So good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to this Saturday's live class on digital marketing. We'll be looking at pathway to a successful digital marketing campaign with interest in the Meta suite. Okay, and in the last class, we basically saw how we can begin the process of creating a page and so on, and working on our assets on the Meta business settings. But we looked at it and say that it will be very easy if we understand the pathway to successful digital marketing campaign before we go more into a practical approach on how to actually place these place individual ads, connect the Meta suite, place individual ads, and so on. Because it is best when you come from a place of knowledge, especially in this case where these settings and the position of all of these tabs often change with time. Okay, so let us dive in. All right. So the question, why advertise on Meta, will be answered in different points. The first point we'll be looking at is wide audience reach. But before we go into these points, I want us to understand that advertising on Meta encompasses platforms like Facebook and Instagram. And we will be looking at the advantages they offer in these points as we basically discuss about them in this live class. So the first I said is wide audience reach. It is wide. The audience reach is wide because Meta platforms boast of over 3 billion monthly active users. So you know that these active users on Facebook and on Instagram. And you know that Facebook and Instagram are two of the most common used social media platforms across the globe. So we definitely can reach active users, right? One thing that social media offers, or one advantage that social media advertisement or social media marketing offers, is that we can segment our audience, right? Apart from segmenting our audience, the next thing is, the other thing is that we know how to reach our audience digitally. That is, I don't have to be in Lagos today to market or to show my ads or my content to those who are in Lagos or in Port Harcourt, as the case may be. I can definitely just send this there and send my ads, and it will reach the devices of these active users. And why it's so important is that majority of Nigerians use these platforms, okay? So it allows your business to connect with a diverse audience across various demographics and interests as well. So that is the first one. So the second one is that we can do precise targeting. That is, we have precise targeting options. Options like age, right? We even have gender as well. We have location, interest, as well as behavior. So we definitely have a powerhouse where we can say, okay, this product is specifically, or have a more male or female tone to marketing, or we target basic age groups for our marketing campaigns. Okay. So in one of our previous classes, I made mention of this. I say, imagine you going to a marketplace and begin to scream. I bet you've been to various marketplaces and you've heard the scream. Different megaphones screaming, buy this product, buy that product. You understand? So the aim is that you're just doing that, hoping that the people who will like your product are in that marketplace. But what if they aren't? What if they are not? What if you have a way you could just figure out your target audience, where they will be, at what point they will be there, and how their interest is going to relate to your product? What if you could figure that out? And that is what Meta the advantage Meta also gives that we are seeing in this discussion today. Then we have the third, which is cost effectiveness. Okay, so when we look at the cost per thousand impression model, right? Meta platforms offer a lower, right, budget on, or budget flexibility on cost per thousand impression CPM models. This is lower than than other platforms. Okay, so we can basically adjust our budget based on the number of impressions we want. Okay, so that is another advantage. Then the fourth is that Meta Suites allow diverse ad formats. Okay, so the Meta Suites, that is Facebook and Instagram, support different and various formats of advertising, including image, videos, carousel, and stories. Okay, so you can basically, and that is when we're talking about the types of platforms, we basically discussed about the types of platforms, the audience will be expecting, and what post type is allowed in such platforms. And you see that, and you find out that Facebook has a rich or diverse format, because you can paste images on Facebook and it's fine. You can post videos on Facebook and it's fine. You can post carousels, you can post stories, and they're all fine, and they all do fine. So the fifth here is comprehensive performance tracking. So we have a way, right? Meta provides us with with metrics to measure the performance of our ads, basically. Okay, so we can measure the performance of our ads, performance such as impressions. We'll be looking more into that later as we progress here today. We have conversion rates, return on ad spend. These metrics provide key insights for us to measure how our ads are performing and what we need to change or adapt, or if we need to work on our audience or our content as we may have it. So let's go into, say, getting started on Facebook. You know, we talked about the importance of having a Facebook profile, yeah? A Facebook profile, or as well as an Instagram profile. It is important that we have that. And in next class, we will be seeing how we can switch from a personal Instagram profile to either a business or a professional profile, right? So when we have that, we can definitely start our ads journey by creating a business manager account. And to do that, we will go to business.facebook.com/overview. If we do not have our account, our personal accounts logged in on our desktop as we do this, if we do not have our personal accounts logged in, we will be prompted to log in, right, to your personal Facebook account. But if your personal Facebook account is logged in, you will see a button to create account. Immediately you go into business.facebook.com/overview. Okay. All right. So the expectation is that the first thing you need to do is that you have to log in to your personal Facebook account before you go to the business.facebook.com. And then when it loads, you click the button, create account. When you create account, the second step is that you will have a pop-up that you will enter your business information. So you are basically prompted to, the first thing, to enter your business name. That business name can be your registered business name, right? Or which is the most recommended, or you have an alias. Then the second thing you have to enter will be your name. That is the name of the person creating that business name or that business account. Then the third thing you will do is to enter the business email address. It is important you use an email that is functional because you will be receiving a confirmation mail, right? So use an email you have access to. When you do this, you click on next. So the third step will be to provide additional details or additional information. And this information you provide will include your address, your business address, your phone number, your website, if you have any. Okay? So you have to specify if you want to promote your own business or provide service to other business. You definitely see this. So you definitely see this there. And these steps have been tested and you can follow them. They are easy. Once you just click, you see, you can just use these steps to guide yourself through through the account opening process. So once you completed this, you then go ahead and click on submit. The fourth step is necessary that you check your email to confirm or to click the link provided to confirm or verify your email address. It's important that you verify that email address. Then the fifth step will be setting up your business assets. Your business assets include like your, say you add a Facebook page, to add a Facebook page. And there is something that we discovered recently. If you manage several Facebook pages, on creating a Facebook page traditionally, you may be told that you have created too many Facebook pages. So if you're having trouble creating a Facebook page, you just go ahead use this method, right? When you use this method, what you do is that when you go into your business setting, you will see pages by the right panel, right? The right menu panel. You click on pages, you can easily just add page. To add a page, you can add an existing page or you can create a new one. So that is where we are at now. So when you click on add a Facebook page, to add a Facebook page, you go to your business manager dashboard. Then you click on accounts. You then select pages. You see pages, right, on the side panel. So when you click on pages, you see that you can either add an existing page. You have two options to add an existing page or to create a new page. So if you don't have a page running, you can easily just create a new page. If you have an existing page, what you need to do is when you click it, you just add the name of the page. And since that page was created by you and your profile, the page will just add there as your asset. The second thing, if you look at the video, the reason we are running through this step is that we had talked about this in our last week's live class. That's why we're just running through these steps like this. So you can go through this is just like a recap of what we did in our live class last week. Then before we go into the main deal of today's live class. So you can create an ad account too, right? In that same section, you can go to add account, then click the blue add button and choose create a new ad account or link an existing one. So if you have an existing ad account, it's just to enter the name of the ad account and it adds. If you want to create a new one, you just click on creating a new one. Then the sixth step is that is assuming you are new to this, the sixth step will be to add people. On the left side pane, or that is menu of the business setting, you will find that you see people, right? You click on people to invite team members, okay? Where here you can assign roles such as admin or employee. All these are done based on the access you grant them, okay? They are done based on the access you grant them. All right. So the next is you continue to set up your payment information. That is the final step where you add your payment methods. You can look at this, how we did this during our live class last week. Okay, you have the videos on our platform. So now let's go into utilizing meta advertising. Okay, so we want to talk about the types of ads, and this is taking us deep into what we've planned to discuss today. We really need to talk about this because placing successful ads on social media goes beyond knowing what to click and what to add. We need to really understand what needs to go in where, and so that we'll be able to create our strategies and work effectively for success. So let's talk about types of ads so that we will understand the type of ads we'll place, the best, what is expected, and so on. So the first type of ad we'll be discussing about is the image ads. The image ads could be like flyers, could be direct images, right? Okay, they are simple and straightforward. They consist of single image and they showcase your product or service. So that is why I say they could just be an image of your product or a service or a flyer for your product. So the best practices include you're expected to use high quality visuals. You're expected to ensure that the image aligns with your brand identity. And then your text should be minimal but impactful. So you don't put so much text. What people do is that what most unsuccessful ads do is that they will just put an image, write so much text under the text area. So it is not advisable that way because the truth is that people have short attention span. You don't expect people to begin to read your content to figure out what you're trying to say. Nobody has the time to do that. People are looking for things that captivate them. So they want to see ads, that the flyers, right, with basically infographics that are clear. They want to see what you want them to do. So in these ads, you keep your text on your flyers minimal, but let it be impactful. Let it send the right message. Let your text and the images you use in your flyers, let them be coherent. Let them be saying the same. Let them say the same language. Let them just meet up somewhere. The second, we have video ads. Okay, video ads can be longer and more engaging because they are more engaging, actually more engaging than static ads or static images or just image ads. Okay, so they're effective for storytelling and showcasing product in action. So as a case study, I would like you to look at Grammarly video ads. Okay, look at Grammarly video ads and you understand the effective storytelling there and how they showcase their product in action. Okay, so it's not just when we talk about video ads, don't talk about boring videos where you come and say, okay, our product can do this, our product can do that. That is why I say just check out Grammarly ads on YouTube, and then you understand clearly what I'm trying to portray here. So what are the best practices for ads, for effective video ads? So you are expected to start with a hook, right? You're expected to start with telling people what your product will do for them so that you get their attention in the first few minutes, in the first few seconds of your video. So your video ad should be short, around say 15 to 30 seconds for better engagement, so that people will not really have any issues with going through your videos completely. Because to think about it, if your video is like 2 minutes, you'll definitely be describing something for 2 minutes. What if the action or your CTA is at the end of a video and nobody gets to reach the 2 minutes? You see? So your video should be in second. Some things that really capture the attention span of your audience so that when it just pops and the message wraps. Okay. So now it is important that you can, if you can, include subtitles for user who watch without sound. It just makes expand your demography basically, or your audience as well. So we have the third, which is the carousel ads. This allows you to display multiple images or videos. You could see those sliding, those videos, right? On carousel that just goes round, right? So the best practice here is to make sure you use compelling visuals, tell a story, and include CTAs in the last card to drive action. Your carousel shouldn't be too long, should be short so that it goes from one engaging image or video to another, and then you have your CTA at your last card. The fourth is collection ads. Okay. The collection ads combine videos or images with a collection of products. So it's like you have basically something like a slider. Okay. So you have something that introduces people to others, right? And it should be compelling so that it triggers the audience to be able to browse through. Let's say you want people to purchase, you have different products in your category, right? And you want people to purchase them. So what you do is that you may have a flyer opening, right? Which will be the first image, or it's a video. That video describes, or the image describes what you have in your slide. Then people can just slide from one product to the other to select the product they want to purchase. So basically, if I slide to the first product, I can still purchase that product. So ensure that the first image or video is eye-catching and compelling enough to keep people engaged. Then secondly, highlight complementary products or to encourage purchases as you go. All right. So let's move to utilizing meta advertising. Okay. So in this case, we'll be looking at Meta's targeting options. We've talked a lot about demographic targeting and why MetaSuite makes it easy for us to target our audience based on different demographies. So the demographic targeting options in Meta helps us to target our ads based on characteristics like age, gender, location, and this will help us tailor our message to resonate with specific demographic groups. You realize that just not long ago, I was discussing with some professionals, and we're talking about the writing and reading language of different age groups. So it's important that you identify what style of communication resonates with your specific audience. And once you do that, Meta makes it possible for us to be able to segment, right, during our targeting. Then we have the geographic targeting, rather. You know, it is easy, like I stated earlier, for us to say we want to target, say, I'm in Abuja, but I want this message to be, I want to sell this in Lagos. I want this message for the Port Harcourt people, for the River State people, and so on and so forth. So it's easy for you to just pick a country radius, state, city, or basically narrow it down to a point. But what I want to state here is that do not refine your target too thin, because Meta will tell you that the targeting is too slim and you cannot do that. So make sure that you can at least have good audience for your marketing campaigns. Then the third, we have behavioral targeting. So the behavioral targeting targets users based on their online behaviors, their interests, and their purchase history, right? So basically this is used to target customers who have shown, say, for your potential customers who have shown interest in similar products or similar services, or people who follow similar pages. Okay. So it is important that we understand these concepts so that they help us go into marketing most appropriately. So the next we'll be looking at is setting campaign objectives. Okay. Let's look at the different campaign objectives we have available, what they mean, and what type of ad is best suited for it. So the first is awareness campaign. Last week, when we're talking about creating page, we talked about a campaign that we will run to ensure that we have people following our pages. Such kind of campaigns are awareness campaign as well, because they bring brand visibility. So you can reach as many people as possible. And the goal is that people should understand, or your audience basically should understand that there's something like this, there's a brand like this, and they follow that brand because they have interest in what the brand offers. Okay, and the type of ads that are best suited for these are basically the image ads, the video ads, the carousel ads as well. We have already talked about the best ways to portray these ads. So it's important that we take note that we can definitely use images for awareness, videos for awareness as well. So the second campaign objective here is engagement. Basically, I think it should be fitting to explain this campaign objective. The campaign objective basically is selected to help you actually set up your campaign for the right reasons. So if you want engagement, like you want to say run an ad, and you want interactions with your ads, like say likes, comments, shares, and clicks. If you want such interactions, your campaign objective during your setting up your campaign will be engagement. Okay, and if you really want to get such engagement, it's important that you use like quizzes, polls, and so on to drive engagement. So for conversions here is just grouped. We have sales or sign up, right? We say you want people to sign up for a training, you want people to purchase a product. We use conversions as conversion campaigns. Okay, so you can use collection ads. Remember what we say collection ads were? Collection ads, we basically have like a slider that the first talks about, say you want to do a training campaign. The first talks about the general training. Then we have different, we'll say data analytics, digital marketing, back-end development with Python, and you keep having them. But as we have them, remember, the goal of this campaign is for conversions. So it's not an awareness campaign to tell people that you have this. So you need to have a CTA, right? And you have buttons for sign up. So they click those sign-ups and they sign up, or they click to purchase those courses. So you see, as you sign up, as people slide across to select courses that they may like, they can basically easily just sign up to those courses. So then we have the fourth, which is the traffic. We really want to use this to drive traffic rather to our landing pages or to our websites. Okay, let's say you run an e-commerce website, okay, or you want people to just go to a landing page where you have products to buy. So what you do is that you select a traffic campaign and then add clear CTAs to drive people, link clicks to those landing pages. I believe this is clear, right? So if we are interested in setting up our campaigns in such a way that our campaigns will yield results. What follows is that we should know about key performance indicators and certain metrics, selected metrics that will help us look clearly or look deeply to see if our campaigns are performing as we like them to, or if not, we adjust our campaigns, adjust our strategies rather, to have better performance. So in this slide, we'll be looking at impressions and clicks. Impressions basically talked about the total number of times your ad is displayed, whether it is clicked or not. Remember, not the total number of people it reaches, the total number of times your ad is displayed. So the importance of this metric is that it helps us understand the visibility of your campaign. Okay. Then we have the clicks. The clicks talks about the total number of clicks on your ad. That is including the link clicks and the clicks on your call to action buttons. Okay. Then we have the click-through rate. The click-through rate is calculated by dividing the number of clicks by the number of impressions. Okay. Then we have the conversion rate. The conversion rate here talks about the rate at which our desired actions are met or is met. Then we have the return on ad spend. The return on ad spend measures the revenue generated for every amount spent on an ad. It measures the revenue generated for every amount you spend on an ad. So a higher return on ad spend indicates a more profitable campaign, and a lower one basically shows otherwise. So we've talked about key performance indicators, and we looked at impressions, we looked at conversion rates, we looked at CTRO, click-through rates, and then we saw the click. So these are very important key performance indicators we need to look out for. Then on the cost metrics, the cost metrics basically tells us about our cost. Okay, so we have the cost per click. The cost per click here is the average cost you pay for each click on your ad. So you basically use this to assess the efficiency of your spending. Are you spending too much? Are you not spending enough? So then the amount spent. The amount spent looks at the total amount you have invested in your ad campaign over a specific period. So monitoring this ensures you stay within budget. What the cost metric basically helps us to do, I'm sure you must have heard about customer acquisition cost, how much it costs you to acquire a customer. That helps you to know if you're profitable enough. It helps you to see if you're gaining anything, you're profiting anything at all, right? And basically, it boils down to your margins and how much you really need to spend to get a customer. Basically, every business wants to have a way reduced cost of customer acquisition cost. That is, like I said, the amount of money it takes you to acquire a customer. So every profitable venture wants to actually spend less in acquiring a customer. And that is why even though we talk about ads, it is very important that you develop your strategy in such a way that you do use a combination of ads and generic marketing strategies. On paid ads, basically, to organic marketing strategies, right? Yes, to ensure that you can actually get the best out of your business campaigns. Then we have cost per result. The cost per result metric here shows how much you spend on average to achieve a specific result, such as if you want to get leads or you want to get sales. Now, there is a metric we didn't talk about, which is leads. Most businesses use acquire leads, but I wouldn't advise for acquiring of leads. Why? Because the leads, you get leads, when you spend on getting leads, right? When you get people to fill the form, what I've experienced over time is that when you even want to reach out to those people or to those leads, you might find out that the leads are not quality leads. So if you basically make a mistake in your segmentation, you will definitely get leads. So therefore, the leads you are getting are not leads that actually match your purpose. So you see the issues with leads. So it's important that when you put up your ad, you actually basically supervise or watch its performance so that you can, if it's not performing adequately or to plan, you basically can just end the ad, re-strategize, and put up the ad again. So let's look at some engagement metrics. We have engagement metrics like post engagement, frequency, and video views. Basically, engagement provides insights to how your users interact with your content. So for the post engagement, the post engagement looks at engagement like likes, shares, comments, and total reactions to your ads. Okay, everybody that does ads on social media will basically have would like to have people engaging to their posts. Then the frequency indicates how many times an average user has seen your ads, something close to what your impression rather will be. Then you have your video views. For video ads, these metrics, the video ad metric tracks how many times users have viewed your video's content and how much of it they have watched. So that basically gives you a more insight, right? A broader insight to the number of plays you see on Facebook video, right? You can post a video on Facebook and you can see maybe the number of videos, say 250 plays, 1,000 plays, and so on. Where the video views actually on the video ads gives you a broader kind of engagement metric to measure. Okay, I believe we are following, and that is the end of what we have planned for today. So in next week's class, we'll be using what we have, these concepts, to actually follow through. Because the goal here is that if we are expected, right? You are expected in your capstone project at the end of this course to generate up to 10,000, to reach out up to 10,000 people. So want to see how it will be easy for us easy for you to be able to achieve this feat. Okay, because you'll be expected to come up with a business. Some of you have your business running already. You'll be expected to use these the strategies we teach you to reach more people, and we want to see that you get good results. Okay, all right. Okay.